Hello everyone, this is Estakis and you are watching another episode of Gothic 2 walkthrough. So, in the last episode we did the quests for all the masters and now we are in a position to become an apprentice as we see fit. But I want to go to Lord Andre, the commander of the city guard first, because I can get a quest from him.
Hey, you, wait. You look familiar to me.
What do you want?
I've seen your face before somewhere, right?
And I'm just other random strangers.
Here. We found this picture on some bandits we picked up a few days ago. It looks a lot like you. Apparently, those guys were looking for you.
And so the sea was created. That's all just gossip.
No, you've got to be mistaken. Everything's fine with me.
Whatever you say, stranger. But if that happens to be your mug after all, and if you have some problems, keep them outside of this town. Things are difficult enough here as it is. And strangers who bring trouble into the city don't stay here long. I hope I make myself clear.
Yeah. As I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, I'm gonna go to see the commander of the city guard. And the reason for doing this is because I can get a quest from him, which I'm not sure I can get if I become an apprentice before I go see him. So I'm just out of precaution, I'm just gonna go do that right now. He's just over here.
Inos be with you, stranger. What brings you to me?
I've got an important message for Lord Hagen.
Well, you stand before one of his men. What is this about?
It's about a sacred artifact, the Eye of Inos.
The Eye of Inos. I have never heard of it, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. If there truly is an artifact of this name, only the highest members of our order would know anything about it. In any case.
That's why I have to talk to Lord Hagen himself.
Lord Hagen receives only paladins, or those who are in the service to paladins. It is beneath his dignity to waste his time with members of the common folk.
I want to take up service with the paladins.
Good. I can well use every able man here, no matter what his reasons for joining us. If you place yourself in the service of the paladins, I shall help you get an audience with Lord Hagen. However, I have my orders only to accept citizens of the town into the militia. My commander is afraid that spies or saboteurs could sneak in. He wants to limit the risk this way. Therefore, you must first be a citizen of the town. Whether this rule makes sense or not is disputable, but orders are orders.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, but okay.
Is there a faster way to join you?
You're really serious about this, aren't you? Good. Listen, I have a problem. If you solve it for me, I shall see to it that you are accepted into the militia. But the most important thing is, you must not breathe a word of it to anyone.
What's your problem?
Recently, there have been a number of thefts in the city. Thus far, we have not been able to capture anyone. The thieves are simply too skillful. The scum know their business. I'm sure that we're dealing with an organized gang. It would not amaze me if there were a thieves' guild in Corinus. Find the leaders of the gang and hunt them down. Then I shall see to it that you are accepted into the militia, regardless of whether or not you are a citizen. But you must say nothing about our agreement.
Where should I start looking for the thieves?
If I knew that, I'd go there myself. I can only tell you this much. We recently turned the entire harbor district upside down and found nothing. Absolutely nothing. The people there are not very talkative, particularly if you wear the armor of a paladin. But you are an outsider. They will not distrust you so quickly. You could ask around the harbor first, but be careful. If the people there realize that you are working for the paladins, you will learn nothing.
Why are you paladins in town?
The goals of our mission are secret. I can only tell you that there is no danger for the citizens of the town. You need not worry.
What should I do once I've found one of the thieves?
If it's a matter of a lackey, a henchman, or some small fry, it would be best if you avoid a fight. You should rather come to me and report. I shall then see to it that the fellow winds up behind bars. The city guard could intervene in an open battle, and you would not have the opportunity of explaining to them what is going on. Furthermore, there is a bounty for every rotten apple you put behind bars. However, if you locate the leader's hideout, well, Well, then you probably won't be able to avoid a fight.
What should I expect with the militia?
Let me make one thing clear. To be a soldier of the militia means much more than strolling through the city in a uniform. It is a dirty and even bloody job. Once you are one of us, a great deal of work will be waiting for you. But it is worth it. Besides the pay, you might someday have the chance of becoming a holy warrior of Innos.
About those missing people.
Just leave me alone with that. I've got other problems.
I'm ready to join the militia.
That may be, but you are...
That was a misclick. Okay, that was the quest I wanted to get, the one about the Thieves Guild. So let's talk to this guy real quick.
Hey! How's your duty?
Oh, these boys swing their swords like farmers. But when I'm done with them, every single one of them will be a tough, hard bastard.
I just realized I asked him, how's your duty? Get it? Yeah.
What's it like with the militia?
Lord Andre is our commander now. The militia used to report to the governor. He had no idea what we do here. But Lord Andre knows what he's doing. He takes good care of the men. Everyone who starts here gets some decent armor and a good weapon. And there are bonuses if you've done a good job. He pays a bounty for every criminal captured.
A decent armor and a decent weapon sounds good to me.
Can you also train me in sword fighting?
Lord Andre has ordered that we train everyone who is in a position to defend the city. But that's only true for combat training. All other kinds of training are reserved for the militia. Can you at least halfway handle a weapon?
I think so.
All right, you can start when you're ready.
I want to join the militia.
So, are you a citizen of the town?
No.
Then Lord Andre won't take you. Sure, you can talk to him, but I don't think he'll make an exception for you.
What are the advantages of one- or two-handed weapons?
Quite simple. With a one-handed weapon, you're faster. That can be a considerable advantage in battle. Two-handed weapons are more ponderous. You have to fight with foresight, but you can do a lot more damage when you're hit.
Where should I start, with one-handed or two-handed weapons?
That's entirely up to you. If you specialize in only one type of weapon, you automatically learn the other at the same time. If, for instance, you're good at fighting with one-handed swords, but still a beginner with two-handed weapons, your two-handed skills will go up as well whenever you train with a one-hander. In that case, the training is more exhausting than if you train with both types of weapons. Just start and you'll soon see what I'm talking about.
And what he's talking about is what I explained earlier, that when you train up to some level, then it will start costing more learning points, which is really difficult to keep a track of.
Let's begin with the training.
I want to learn some one-handed, because that's the kind of weapon I'm gonna use. It's really difficult to get enough strength to wield a two-hander, and then you also have to learn the skill. So no thank you. I
The
always
security measures for
preferred
the protection
one-hand
of the
weapons.
upper quarter will be further strengthened. The guards
Kanthar, that reminds me. Should I
That's not what
plant that letter in
That's
Sarah?
not what I heard. Someone's
what?
got to do the work.
I don't know.
That's an
How's business?
Who says things like
When the
that?
Paladins came, I first thought that it was a good business opportunity. But they let Herod make their weapons, and neither Hakon nor I make even one gold piece off them. Moreover, the farmers no longer supply us with food, and all the prices have gone up. It's only a small consolation that the Paladins are paying my hotel bill.
No, that's typical, isn't it?
What's the problem with the farmers?
They refuse to deliver their goods. Now that the ships no longer come in, the city depends entirely on the supplies provided by the farmers, of course. And NotR, the largest farmer, has hired mercenaries to protect his farm from the city guards. Otherwise, they'd simply snatch the goods for themselves. But the mercenaries don't just guard NotR's farm. They come as far as the small farms outside of town to intimidate the farmers. I saw them as I was passing Akil's farm. I wouldn't like to be in his shoes now.
Where will I find Akil's farm?
If you go out of the east gate here and follow the road to the right, you'll come to a stairway. It leads up to Akil's farm, but I wouldn't go there now. The mercenaries are certainly still there.
Certainly.
Bad times.
Yeah, I've decided. Nameless hero is an honest fellow,
Someone's
so
gotta do the work.
I'm not gonna plant the ladder on Sarah and cheat her out of her
Someone's gotta do the work.
stand and possibly end her up in jail, maybe even worse.
Martial
So I
law
think
is
I'm gonna
immediately
report
declared
Cantor
in
for
all
being
cities and regions of the
an
realm.
old sock, and let's see what Lord Andre has to say about that particular matter. Just adjust my microphone. Okay. Yeah.
I've come to collect the bounty for a criminal. Canthar the merchant is trying to get rid of Sarah.
Sarah, the weapons merchant in the marketplace?
I was supposed to foist a letter on Sarah, which claimed that she's supplying weapons to NotR.
I see. I shall gladly pay the bounty for that bastard. He is already as good as behind bars.
Yep. And I even got some gold out of it. Not bad at all. So now let's go to Sarah. Maybe she shows some appreciation. You never know. She seems like a good lady. And Canthar is already gone, so I think our
That's
mission
not
was
what
a
my husband
success.
thinks.
Ah, there you are again.
Canthar was trying to trick
Really?
you
How
and to
interesting.
get your booth for himself, but I've turned him over to the city guard.
Then you've made an enemy of a dangerous man.
Someone's gotta
I've
do
known
the
the
work.
bastard for a long time, and he's always wanted my place for
Don't
himself.
say.
Take this weapon as a token of my gratitude.
I won't tell her a thing.
Thank
It's gonna get
you.
even worse.
Let's see what I got.
That's not what my husband thinks.
Pirate's Cutlass, and I need 60
care of everything Someone's gotta do the work.
60 strength for that. Yeah.
Honestly, I witnessed it myself.
Everybody knows by now.
Let's check out
Ah,
her
there
wares.
you are.
I don't believe that.
That's what I
Show me your...
Everybody knows by now.
Fine short sword. This is a nice weapon.
That's not what I heard.
Everybody knows
Yeah,
by
but I
now.
still cannot wield it, so
Take care of
maybe
everybody
next
knows
time.
by now.
Now
It's terrible.
Who says things like that?
I also want to talk to this guy.
Really? How
I
interesting.
won't tell her a thing.
Inos be with you, stranger.
Really,
If you're looking
how
for a good
interesting.
selection for the traveler, then you're in the right place. But I'm warning you, if you're planning on helping yourself without paying, I'll call the city guard.
If I hadn't seen
Just
it
a
in
moment.
my eyes.
Do I look like a thief?
Bah! You won't be the first one to make off with my things today.
He simply talks too much.
Somebody stole from you.
I can't prove it. The
Really,
fellow
how
was damn clever. Introduced himself as Ringaroo, if that really is his right name. He's been hanging around the marketplace the last few days.
Who says things
And every
like that?
evening he gets plastered at the beer stand down the street.
These are
I
bad
bet the
times.
bastard is drinking my money. I only looked away for a moment,
I don't
and my
believe
purse was
that.
gone.
I could get your
It's
gold
gonna get
back
even
for you.
worse.
Oh, and why would you do that?
Don't tell this to anyone.
I'm looking for clues to the Thieves Guild.
Don't tell
I
this
might
to
well be able to help you. Listen, if you get my gold back for me from that Rengaroo fellow, I'll tell you what I know.
anyone, and it's gonna get even worse.
It's a deal.
I'll see what I can do.
Be careful. If you just knock the bastard down, the city guard will get involved. Lately, things have been getting really tough here. Since the paladins came to town, the guards have been cracking down on brawlers. So think of something.
I shall.
And he works all day too. Go away.
Don't tell me that.
Okay. And this is our
He'd better
old
shut
friend who we sold the clothes to. Let's just leave him be for
Don't
now.
tell me that.
And this is Rangaroo, right?
Really, how interesting.
Jorah says you've got his money.
Bad times.
Damn it! I'm out of here!
Oh, you ain't going anywhere.
If I hadn't seen
Come
it
here.
with my own eyes.
Boy, is he fast. I wish I could run that fast. Well, I can, but I need to drink a speed potion. And they're not that cheap. Oh, you are not getting away from me. What, you tired now?
Gotcha.
Hey, what do you want from me? Huh?
You stole from Jorah in broad daylight, and he even saw you do it. So I've come to tell you that you're a lousy thief, and that You had better hand over Jorah's gold now.
Here's the dough, man! But now let me go! I'll never do it again!
I should turn you into the militia.
What else do you want? I've got nothing left. Let me go, man!
I'll see to it that you are put behind bars.
Oh, I don't want any more trouble. If you think that's what you should do, then be my guest. Hey, be careful, though. My friends are not gonna like what you're pulling here.
Yes, I imagine they won't. Anyway. Let's report it to Lord Andre because I
upper quarter will be further strengthened.
I want to take the
The
bounty,
guards on the
to be
gates
honest.
are ordered to interpret the law and the strict
And
distance
if
in
it
order
means
to
putting
prevent-
one less thief from the streets, hey, I'm happy to do it. Oops.
I've come to collect the bounty for a criminal. Rengaru stole from the merchant Jorah. He tried to skedaddle, but I caught him.
Good. My men have already picked him up. He won't be stealing from anyone else in the near future. Here is your money.
Thank you. Well, I just cut 2 criminals in half an hour, so I think that shows them real militia material. But hey, I need to be a citizen of the town. Excuse me. Anyway, let's go and give Jorah his gold back.
What lousy weather.
About the thief.
Yes, how's it going? Have you caught him? And much more importantly, do you have my gold?
Yeah, I have your gold.
Yeah, I caught him all right. He's gonna cool his heels in jail for a while.
What about my gold?
Here's the 50 gold pieces he stole from you.
Innos be praised. There is still justice in the city.
What do you know about the Thieves' Guild?
Right. Listen up. You haven't heard anything of what I'm about to tell you from me, capiche? There are shady characters who frequent the Dockside Inn. I bet the landlord knows a thing or two. If you're planning to track down the thieves, you should go talk to him. You could act like you're up to something crooked, for example. Maybe he'll fall for it. But be very careful. These people are not to be trifled with.
I want part of the gold as a reward.
But I already gave you a valuable hint. That should suffice as reward for you. If it's gold you want, then hunt down the thieves and collect the bounty from Lord Andre. Now, I must get back to my customers.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. I want to talk to Zurus as well.
I'm Zurus, master of potions. Do you need an essence of healing or a magic elixir? Then you've come to the right place.
Show me your wares.
I just received some new potions. My guest, Master Darren, the fire magician, brought them along from the monastery.
I'm not really interested in potions right now, but I am interested in the sleep spell. Who knows, it might come in handy later. And that reminded me, I have some gold purses that I did not open, so let's do that. 25 gold, 50 gold. Is that it? I guess that's it. This is apple tobacco. Okay. So now I believe that I'm going to go and find Laris if possible. Because Vatvatras here directed me to him. So let's go do that. Please don't start
But
preaching.
Enos beheld what Beliar had done, and he also bestrode the land and chose the human.
Yeah. So here's the docks. And I'm gonna save here. Because I'm about to get my ass kicked, I have a feeling. I could avoid this guy, but I'm gonna try to defeat him if possible.
Hey, I don't know you. What do you want here? Are you headed for the tavern?
Well, to be honest, not really.
No, I'm not headed for the tavern.
Yeah, that's what I would have said. But that isn't important, and that's why we can get straight down to business.
Say what?
Since you're new here, I'll make you an offer. You give me 50 gold pieces and you can go. That's your entrance fee for the tavern.
But I don't want to go to the tavern.
You know, sooner or later, everyone wants to go into the tavern. So you can pay right now. Then you'll have it over with.
Oh yeah, not gonna happen.
Forget it. You won't get a single coin.
Then I'll take everything you have. As soon as you're lying on the ground in front of me.
Oh yeah? Come and get it. Yeah, in this game you have to block much more than in Gothic 1. It's
Give 'em what
necessary
for?
to block in duels like this one.
Give him what for?
You have to
Give 'em what
predict
for?
your opponent's movement to block frequently
Let him have it.
and effectively.
Let him have it. Whack him. Whack him. Whack him. Not bad.
Well, that was easier than I thought it would be. Anyway, now that he's eaten the dirt, let's talk to Laras here.
I must be crazy. What are you doing here?
Hey, Laris, you old scoundrel, how did you get here?
I was able to escape to the Valley of Mines just in time, together with Lee and some of the other boys. You remember Lee, don't you?
Of course I remember Lee.
I got out of the colony with him then, just after the barrier was destroyed. He and his boys are now on the farm of NotR, the landowner. He made a deal with the farmer. He and his boys defend the farm, and NotR feeds them in return.
Vatras sent me. He told me to come to you when I needed help.
So you've already been to see Vatras? You must have made a lasting impression on him. Otherwise, he certainly wouldn't have volunteered my name. Especially not since the matter with those missing people still hasn't been resolved. Tell me what you need.
I must talk to the Paladins, by any means.
What do you want from them?
They've got a powerful amulet, the Eye of Innos. I must have it.
And you think they'll give it to you? You'll never get into the upper end of town.
Do you know why the Paladins are here?
Nobody knows for sure. Lots of people think it's because of the orcs, but I think there's another reason. It probably has something to do with the old penal colony.
Probably.
So what's your business with Vatras?
I've got this little agreement with the water mages, you see.
What kind of an agreement?
We work for them,
Okay.
and they see to it that our past in the penal colony doesn't get us into trouble.
You're talking about the Ring of Water?
You've
Yeah,
heard of it?
Probably.
Vatras told me about it.
You might have mentioned that right away.
Yeah, I probably should have opened with that.
Tell me more about Lee and his mercenaries.
What do you want to know?
How do I find the landowner's farm?
It's quite simple. You leave the seaport by the east gate and then follow the path towards the east. I can take you there if you want.
I'm not just yet.
Tell me more about the mercenaries.
Well, if you're as tough as you were back then, you shouldn't have any problems with them. Most of them are ruffians, and if you can't stand up to them, you won't get far. If you're squeamish, you don't have a chance of joining them.
Why aren't you with Lee and his mercenaries?
But I am, just not on the farm. You could say I'm our outpost in the city. We don't want the ship to sail without us.
What ship were you talking about?
It's on the open sea harbor, behind the cliffs. Lee and a few of his people really want to get away from here. But that could take a while.
Why?
You'd better ask Lee about that. If you meet him, he's got plans.
Do you know anything about a thieves' guild in town?
The questions you ask. Of course, there's a thieves' guild here. just like in every big city. And every petty pickpocket or fence is probably connected to it somehow.
Do you know where I can find the Thieves Guild?
No offense, but even if I knew, I wouldn't tell you anything. These people usually react very sensitively to things like that. If you want to get involved with them, you should be very careful.
I would imagine so.
Tell me more about the Ring of Water.
The ring is to the water mages what the paladins are to the fire magicians. But, unlike the paladins, we operate in the background. The ring is a mighty weapon in the battle against the dangers that threaten the people of Corinus. But this only works as long as we keep the identity of all those secret who belong to the Ring of Water. So keep this to yourself.
Sure.
It can't go on like this forever.
So...
I can't believe that.
I want to join the Ring of Water.
That's fine with me. But the decision about whether you will be accepted or not lies with the water mages alone.
As if I didn't have enough problems.
What did you do to impress the water mages?
I protected them for a long time when we were still living with the barrier. And they have plenty of reason to be grateful to me.
What's it like to belong to the Ring?
We are very different from the usual communities you can join here in Corinus. Once you're one of us, we're not going to ask anything of you that you are not ready to do. The only thing we truly require of you is to keep quiet. We work in secret and do not want to let outsiders know who our members are. We shall keep an eye on you. Everything else remains to be seen.
Do you really think?
I see.
It can't go on like this forever. Some problems.
I need your help.
And what exactly were you thinking of?
Really didn't deserve that. It can't go on like this forever.
I need some money.
Don't we all? Sorry, but I have none to give you. But Lamar, the moneylender, still owes me a favor. Go to him and borrow whatever money you need. I'll take care of the rest. You'll find Lamar in the harbor district, where it borders on the lower part of town.
That'll only cause more trouble. That was quite obvious. I hardly know what to believe anymore. Better watch out. You don't have to ask me that.
Vatras gave me this ornament to bring to you. He said it is to be taken back.
Of course. It's up to me, as usual. I might have known. I'll have to walk halfway across the island to take it back to the water mages.
I can't believe that. We can only wait and see.
I can take the ornament there for you.
You already know what
I think I'd better take it there myself. But you could come with me. Only, I can't leave here at the moment. I need to keep an eye on the harbor.
What exactly do you do here at the harbor?
I'm doing what we all do. I fulfill the tasks the water mages give me. Some of the missing people were fishermen. They disappeared along with their boats. That's why I'm standing here, watching the harbor. Maybe something will happen yet. But you could help me. Listen, I shall give you my aquamarine ring. It signifies that the bearer belongs to the Ring of Water. If you wear my ring, the rest of us will know that you're acting on my behalf. Get someone to take over my duties so that I can take the ornament back. One of us is always keeping an eye on the marketplace, but I don't know whose turn it is. You had better go talk to all those standing around there. Once the right man sees my aquamarine ring on you, he will let you know. Tell him to see to it that somebody else takes over here at the harbor.
Vatras said you could help me join a community.
Getting tired of being the underdog, are you? All right, I see your point. I can exert my influence with the mercenaries if you want to join Lee. And I'm sure we can find a way to get you into the monastery soon. But the easiest thing would certainly be for you to join the militia. Which community do you prefer?
Well,
as if I didn't have enough problems.
The militia, I guess?
The militia.
Yes, I can imagine you'd like that, eh? Read the law to other people while you're pocketing their purses.
Yep.
The paladins have set up their provisions store by the harbor. Their provisions master is a good friend of mine. Maybe he can do something for you. His name is Martin.
Alright. Alright.
You already know what I think.
Can you teach me something?
Sure. I can help you become stronger and more dexterous if you like.
I like.
All kinds of rumors. Do you really think?
Teach me something.
I want to learn some strength.
I've heard a thing or two.
That should be enough. 10 strength.
Good. Your strength has increased.
Yes, it
Go
has.
on like this forever. Don't say
So,
you didn't know that. You can't go on like this forever.
Okay, we got
Do you
some
really think?
instructions from Laris. What do you have to say, bitch?
All right, you win. What do you want?
That. Nobody ever asks me. Nothing's ever gonna change that.
You know your way about the harbor, don't you?
Believe anymore.
Sure
Not
thing.
touching that.
Why?
You already know what I think. Do you really think?
Ah,
You really didn't deserve that.
he looks like a dumbass. There's not much useful
There've been all
information he
kinds
can
of
give me, is
rumors.
there?
It's exactly what I said.
Okay, Lamar. This should be Lamar.
How's it going?
How much do you want?
What do you mean, how much?
I'm the moneylender and you came to me. What could you want from me? Money, of course.
Of course.
Well, lend me some money.
Sure. How much would you like? I charge 20%.
Well, I could go for 1,000, but I don't want to put Lester in so much dipshit, so I'm gonna go for 200.
200 gold coins.
That's a lot of money. I'll see you here again tomorrow. And the money too. Understand?
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Do you always throw your money at people like that?
Don't worry. You'll be back. Otherwise, I'll find you and kill you. It's that simple. You've got such a distinctive mug that it wouldn't take long for me to find you.
Yeah.
So don't even think about playing around with me.
Okay, that's noted, but I believe Lester's gonna take care of my debt, so I'll just be off. And let's take a look over there for a second, because I want to show you a little something. This guard here looks very sleepy, don't you think? So let's help him sleep. What do you think about that, huh? I have that sleep spell, it's just laying around, so I guess I might help the poor man catch some Z's. And I might just do these chests. I mean, they're just standing around in the open. So I got some clothes, some supplies, like that. And over here, I got a leather armor. Yeah, you remember how that Mateo guy told me that they took his armor? Well, that's it. So, let's equip it, let's see how it looks. Let's try out the clothes first. Nope, this one's nice. I prefer this one, but I'm not gonna be wearing clothes, because I have myself a leather armor which has 25 weapon protection, 20 arrow protection, and 5 fire protection. Yeah. Okay, this is a nice look for me, don't you think? So I believe we could end the episode here. So like, comment, subscribe, share, favorite, whatever you like, no pressure. So goodbye and see ya in the next episode. Peace.